If I were you, I'd quit my job tomorrow. What would you do if you had no fear? I should have left sooner. These aren't textbook sentences. They're things real people say in real conversations, every single day.
Today at B2 level, we're going deep into English conditionals, not the grammar charts, but how native speakers actually use them to talk about life, choices, and what might have been. Welcome back to Real English Conversations. I'm Sarah, and today we are getting into one of the most important and most confusing areas of English grammar, conditionals.
I'm William, and I want to say upfront, we are not going to teach you first conditional, second conditional, third conditional in the traditional way. We are going to show you how these forms actually show up in natural conversation.
Today's episode is a debate, a friendly one. William and I had a long conversation about hypothetical life decisions. Quitting jobs, moving abroad, taking risks. And conditionals came up constantly.
6 key phrases to watch for. If I were you, what would you do? I should have, as long as, unless, and even if. Let's go.
The conversation started when I mentioned that I had been offered a job opportunity in another country. William immediately had opinions.
Okay, so you're seriously considering not taking it? Sarah, if I were you, I would take that job without a second thought. Living abroad changes everything.
That's easy for you to say. But what would you do if you had a whole life built here? Friends, family, a routine you love?
Honestly, I'd still go. I think I should have taken more risks earlier in my life. I stayed in a job I didn't love for 3 years because I was afraid to leave. I should have trusted my instincts sooner.
I hear you. But for me, I'd consider it as long as the position gave me real opportunities to grow, not just a lateral move with a passport stamp.
That's fair. So what are your conditions? What would make you say yes?
I'd go unless it meant completely cutting off from the people I care about. Remote work has changed things. You can be in another country and still be present in people's lives in a real way.
Exactly. And even if the move was difficult at first, culture shock, language barriers, loneliness, I think the long-term growth is worth the short-term discomfort.
Even if it meant starting over completely? That's a big even if, William.
Yes. Even if it meant rebuilding everything from scratch. The version of you that comes out the other side would be completely different. Better, I think.
Let's pause and examine the first 3 conditional phrases from that conversation in detail.
First, if I were you. I said if I were you, I would take that job. This is second conditional. We use were, not was, even for I. It means, I'm imagining myself in your situation. It's often used to give advice.
Second, what would you do? Sarah asked, what would you do if you had a whole life built here? This is the classic second conditional question form. It invites the other person to imagine a hypothetical situation and respond.
Third, I should have. I said I should have taken more risks earlier. This is third conditional territory. We use should have plus a past participle to talk about past regrets. Things we wish we had done differently.
The conversation kept going. We moved from moving abroad to a deeper question. What would we do if we could completely restart our careers? Okay, let me flip this around. If you could start your career over from zero, completely from zero, what would you do differently?
Honestly, I should have gone into something creative earlier. I spent years in corporate work telling myself I'd do the creative projects on the side. I never did. What would you do?
I think I'd pursue teaching. I love explaining things. But I'd only do it as long as I had freedom to design my own materials. I couldn't work in a system that told me exactly what to say and when.
That's interesting. So you'd teach, as long as you kept your creative control. What about money though? Teaching doesn't always pay well.
I'd make it work unless it meant I couldn't pay my rent and eat properly. There's a minimum. Below that, it's not sustainable, no matter how much you love the work.
I agree with that. But what about the bigger picture? Would you take the leap even if you had no guarantee of success?
Even if there was no safety net? That's the hard one. I think, yes, I would, eventually. Even if it took me a few years to build up the courage.
See, that's the thing. Even if we are scared, we usually know what the right move is. We just talk ourselves out of it.
True. And then 5 years later we're saying I should have just done it back then. The regret is always worse than the risk.
Exactly. So, And I ask this genuinely. What would you do if tomorrow was the day? If you had to choose right now.
If I were you, and I'm going to turn this back on you, I'd stop asking hypothetical questions and just book the flight. If I were choosing for myself, I'd probably make the call today, as long as I'd done my research first.
Fair point. I walked right into that one. 3 more phrases to break down, and these 3 are especially important because they're often misunderstood or mistranslated.
First, as long as. I said I'd pursue teaching as long as I had freedom to design my own materials. As long as introduces a condition, it means provided that, or on the condition that. It's a conditional connector, not a time expression here.
Second, unless. Sarah said I'd make it work unless it meant I couldn't pay my rent. Unless means except if, or if not. It introduces the one condition that would stop something from happening. Compare, I'll go unless it rains, meaning, I'll go, but if it rains, I won't.
And third, even if. This one is powerful. William said even if the move was difficult at first, the growth is worth it. Even if means regardless of the condition. It doesn't matter if the thing is true, the result stays the same. It's stronger than just if.
Now let's practice all 6 phrases slowly. Repeat each one out loud. Pronunciation matters with conditionals, especially the reduced sounds.
If I were you.
If I were you, I would look for a new job.
What would you do?
What would you do if you could live anywhere in the world?
I should have.
I should have called him before the meeting started.
As long as.
I'll stay in this role as long as I keep learning new things.
Unless.
I'll come to the party unless something unexpected comes up at work.
Even if.
I would have quit that job even if the pay had been twice as high.
Quiz time. For questions, listen carefully and choose the best answer. Pause whenever you need to think.
Question 1. Your friend is nervous about a job interview. You want to give advice and imagine being in their position. Which phrase do you use? A. If I am you. B. If I were you. C. If I was being you.
The answer is B, if I were you. We always use were in this expression, not am, not was. It's a fixed second conditional form used for advice.
Question 2. You want to say, the condition for accepting is that the company allows remote work. Which fits? A. I'll take the job as long as they allow remote work. B. I'll take the job even if they allow remote work. C. I'll take the job unless they allow remote work.
The answer is A, as long as they allow remote work. As long as introduces the positive condition, the requirement for yes. Unless would mean the opposite intention, and even if would mean it doesn't matter.
Question 3. You missed an important deadline. You feel regret about it now. Which sentence is correct? A. I should have submitted it yesterday. B. I would have submitted it yesterday. C. I could submitted it yesterday.
The answer is A. I should have submitted it yesterday. Should have plus past participle expresses regret about a past action, something you didn't do but wish you had.
Question 4. You want to say that no matter how hard the situation is, you won't give up. Which phrase best expresses that? A. Unless it gets hard, I'll keep going. B. As long as it gets hard, I'll keep going. C. Even if it gets incredibly hard, I won't give up.
The answer is C. Even if it gets incredibly hard, I won't give up. Even if means regardless of the condition, the outcome stays the same no matter what. That's exactly the meaning we want here.
That's English 025 done. Today we covered 6 conditional phrases that native speakers use constantly. If I were you, what would you do? I should have, as long as, unless, and even if.
What makes these so important is that they carry nuance, regret, conditions, advice, hypotheticals. When you use them correctly, your English sounds not just fluent, but thoughtful.
The best practice? Have a hypothetical conversation with someone, in English. Ask each other, what would you do if you could change one thing about your life? Use the phrases. See what comes up.
Even if it feels awkward at first, and it will, keep going. As long as you practice consistently, your confidence will grow. That's a promise from both of us.
Thanks for listening to Real English Conversations. See you in the next episode.